My radar, i.e. the upcoming games I pay attention to, is usually pretty full. When I first heard about Trine, I thought it might be a fun game to download and try out. A few weeks before it comes out, there's a PC demo released. I figure, what the hell, may as well try it out. The demo is immensely fun, so at once I've completed it, I look at the website and am struck by the price of $40. As fun as it was, I didn't think a 2D platformer was worth that much. However, I bought it anyway despite my feelings on the price. Was I wrong, or does this steep price rip the customer off? The story in Trine is not much of one. 3 characters, a knife, a thief, and a wizard, are absorbed into an artifact called the Trine and become one entity. They set out across many fantasy environments to stop the vaguely defined evil from doing something. The story is a bit hard to follow, but it doesn't really factor into gameplay at all. Its only purpose seems to vaguely give reason to Trine's madness. The gameplay is clearly where the developers put most of their work. You can switch between each of the 3 characters at any time. They each have their own health and energy bars, and you are only forced back to a checkpoint if all 3 die. The knight uses his sword, shield, and eventual hammer to make short work of skeletal hordes. The wizard has the ability to create blocks, planks, and floating platformers to make platforming puzzles easier, and the thief provides a careful balance between platforming and combat with her bionic commando-esque swing rope and her bow. The levels are designed around the abilities of these 3 characters. The thief can only swing on wooden surfaces, and the wizard can only have a certain number of conjured objects existing at once. One of the best additions to the platforming here is to the fact that both the wizard's objects and those scattered throughout the levels can be stuck to the normally deadly spikes to provide a platform to step on or a box to jump off on a wall. Oftentimes, you'll spend 10 minutes carefully navigating your way through a platforming section before realizing that you could have completed it much easier using a different character. The levels are fantastically fun, with the second to last one shining out as satisfyingly hard, but still a joy to think your way through. The last level, however, is where all this genius comes crashing down. I don't know why developers like to throw out everything built upon in later stages of a game, but this tactic is certainly employed here. After a good 5 or 6 hour game that encourages you to think about a section and take it slow, this level forces you to climb up a tower while being chased by rising lava. Unless you're on easy difficulty where the molten rock rises much slower, this requires near perfect precision and timing. The worst part is that should you fall, you will be required to start the entire level all over again. I don't know who thought this would be a great idea, but whoever it was should have given it more thought. Trine is what some refer to as a 2.5D platformer. That is, it uses 3D graphics but plays on a 2D plane. Now, the platformer genre has been done and overdone several times, and Trine doesn't necessarily do anything that's hugely new. However, it does take a few small new ideas and adds them to incredibly well-designed levels to make a praiseworthy game. The game is worth the price, but only for fans of the platforming genre. While this game does feature mostly ingenious level design, it's nothing that will draw former haters into the genre. Trine gets a hoppingly fun B+.